Martial arts are popular alternatives when people want to exercise but do not want to pick the more common sports like football or basketball. There are numerous styles and traditions in the martial art world. And today we have Mr. Philip Hui, a Wing Chun master, who is going to tell us more about this style and Chinese Kung Fu. So, welcome, Sifu. The first thing that I would like to ask is what Wing Chun is, because we have heard a lot about this, but I guess a lot of our audience do not really know what it is, its history and its characteristics.
From the legend, around 200 years ago, a nun called Mui, she saw a bird scream, fighting with a bird, fighting with a snake, and from that fighting, she create a new martial art, And then she taught this martial art to a lady called Wing Chun. And that's why, and then later she put the Wing Chun name on the new martial art, Wing Chun, And then Wing Chun, she taught this martial art to his husband, and her husband. And then his husband, from the generation to generation up to now, Yipman Sifu is Chun in Foshan, and Chun Sifu is Liang Zhan. Liang Zhan is very famous grandmaster Wing Chun at that time in Foshan. And my Sifu, Ho Gamming, is student of Yipman. Student of Yipman. That's the history, about the Wing Chun,
So when you mention Master Liang Zhan Sifu, when was his year? When was the year that he was active?
I think it's around 120 years ago.
Well, so this style, Wing Chun, actually runs for centuries now. So what are some of the more well-known characteristics of Wing Chun?
How long you could be to explain this Wing Chun, take time, But anyway, I will make it simple, Wing Chun, first of all, what is the feature of the Wing Chun, Is, I give you example, is the 2-point. The straight line, is short distance. This is the concept of Wing Chun first, bear in mind, And we also mainly concentrate on the center line, I give you a very example is when a guy give me a punch, a straight punch, all I have to do is I just give a punch in the middle line, I give a punch, Perhaps I can't punch him, but I can block him. Or if my timing is good, maybe I punch him. If I am faster, right? This is the concept of Wing Chun. This is the concept of Wing Chun. Wing Chun is very useful and effective. We don't waste time. And also, the Wing Chun, without any predefined move, we all do the something like the movement. Or the defense or the attack is from the unnatural and natural reaction. Reaction.
How's that?
For example, we have in Wing Chun, we have two systems. First of all, the sticking hand, qi sao, we call it qi sao. And the other system is free fighting. We don't talk about the free fighting first, we talk about the qi sao first. Qi sao means what? With both hands stick together. Stick together, And we use the feeling from hand, touching his hand, and then do the react. He give me something movement. From the movement, I give him any reaction or defense, all but automatically. Will be more faster, This is Wing Chun sticking hand, qi sao, we call it qi sao. It takes time to learn, because Wing Chun, we have only 3 forms. First form is Xiu Lim Tao. Second form is Cham Kiu. And the third one is Biu Ji. But everybody know Wing Chun, we have 3 mother hand. Mother hand means all the hands come from these 3 mother hand. First one is Tan Sao. Tan Sao. And the second one is the Bong Sao. Bong Sao. And the third one is the Fuk Sao. Fuk Sao. These 3 mother hand is very important for Wing Chun.
Okay.
You know? We do it daily, you know, and also we really care about the angle, because what I understand about the Wing Chun is
yes.
you can explain everything by physics.
Okay.
By physics, you know, angle, timing, and distance. You know, for example, I'll give you examples. For example, tan shou, you know, this angle is very important.
Okay.
If your angle is good, it's very strong. Okay.
Right.
Let's see. If I put my hand a little bit out, and this angle is a little bit bigger, see?
Oh, okay.
No power.
Yeah.
No power. Because Wing Chun is created by a woman.
Okay.
By lady, you know. She cannot fight with a man by force.
Sure.
That's why, you know, he fight with a man by what? By the angle.
Yes.
And the timing.
Okay.
And of course, you have to, I mean, the distance. The distance is very important.
Yeah.
Another thing about Wing Chun is you have to, when you want to have a powerful punch, you know,
yes.
First of all, you have to relax your muscle.
Okay.
You know, and then you have something like explosion.
Okay.
You know, because all the power and the speed, you know, is come from relax.
Oh, wow.
Relax is very important, you know. Lots of students, you know, come to my school, you know, for the lesson, for the first lesson. You know, I will explain to the student, relax, relax. Something like just like a Tai Chi. Relax, you know, relax, and then when you want to have power out, then you will have power out.
Okay.
Suddenly, explosion, you know. But if your muscle is very tight, you know, you can't have power out, because all the energy is wasting on the muscle, you know.
Okay.
You are wasting your energy by yourself.
Yes.
So if you want to have a full power punch, something like that, relax, and then suddenly all the power go out.
Okay.
You know, and then I think this punch will be very, very powerful.
Indeed. And actually, Sifu, you just mentioned when you were introducing the history of Wing Chun, you mentioned a very important person, I would say, Yip Man. Yip Man, he is made famous nowadays mostly because of a movie, but we'll go to the movie maybe later. But now, let's talk about Yip Man himself. How significant he is in terms of bringing Wing Chun to more people and also developing Wing Chun.
Yip Man, he from China he went to Macau first in 1950 something. He stayed in Macau about less than 20 days, and then go to Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, he started to teaching Wing Chun. At the beginning, you know, it's just private lesson, you know. Some student, you know, giving some advice, you know, because if you want to have more students, you have to have some class, you know, to let everybody know. At that time, you know, he tried to open some public car for the public, you know. And because at that time, nobody know what is Wing Chun. You know, because Wing Chun only have about 200 years history, you know, not long history, you know, compared with another traditional martial art, you know. At that time, nobody know Wing Chun, you know. But Yip Man, because Wing Chun is very useful, I mentioned before, very powerful
strike.
You know, and lots of people asked Yip Man to teach this Wing Chun, you know. And of course, Bruce Lee is one of his students. And lots of students of Yip Man, they went all over the world, you know. Some, I can mention about some secret agent and some special force. And I mean, in another Western country, you know. Lots of instructor is Wing Chun.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wow. Because they think Wing Chun is very useful and fast and effective, you know. Don't waste time, you know. So,
so he
nowadays, you know, some people estimate, you know, the total in the whole world about over 2 million the people training Wing Chun.
So indirectly or even directly because of Yip Man, I would say.
Yes, Yip Man, he make. Of course, you know, Bruce Lee is another factor, you know, because everybody know. Bruce Lee is learning Wing Chun, you know, and he is a student of Yip Man. This is the most important factor, you know. And but another point is that Yip Man, he's promote the Wing Chun in Hong Kong. It's very good. And and also lots of and also he sent lots of students to out for the boxing, the free fighting, something like that. It got lots of winners, something like that. So it's good, and lots of people say Wing Chun is a street fighting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because directly useful, so because lots of people at that time in 1950 something or 1960 something, lots of people learn Wing Chun, at that time.
Okay. It's interesting because you just mentioned Bruce Lee, who I would argue is the most famous martial artist and kung fu star, kung fu movie star in the century. How strong actually he is?
Well, I never seen him, so you ask me this question, I don't know how to answer you, but he's strong,
Okay.
Because I heard some from my uncle in Hong Kong. He's a brother of Bruce Lee,
Yes.
I mean the Kung Fu brother, He told me Bruce Lee is very work hard guy.
Okay.
He spent lots of time, for the training, Also, he is crazy for the Wing Chun,
Okay.
I heard one something. One story from my uncle is he sometimes he go for the school,
Yes.
He wait for the downstairs and stop all the students and tell his brother, hey, Sifu is not upstairs, he got something to do, today is a holiday, And then all the brother, okay, go home,
Yeah.
And then he go up, because Sifu upstairs. He wants Sifu to teach he only.
Okay. Wow. He's so obsessed with the whole thing.
Yeah, he's crazy. He's crazy for the Wing Chun Kung Fu because he loved Wing Chun.
Yeah.
Even though he went to stay for the education, he teach Wing Chun.
Okay.
He taught lots of Western people Wing Chun.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he is really paramount in actually bringing Wing Chun to the rest of the world.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And actually, I know that Sifu, you also taught martial arts when you were overseas, when you were in Canada, actually.
Yes, yeah.
How would you say your teaching experience was in Canada? How were your students and who were they mostly?
Lots of my students, I think, all is Western people. 90% is the Western people, because they love Chinese culture. First of all, they love Chinese culture. This is very important,
Okay.
And then they maybe they know Wing Chun because of the Bruce Lee. And then they come to my school, and try to know and try to understand what's the Wing Chun.
Yeah.
And of course, I will explain to him, but one thing you have to remember, after the explain, you have to something like 講手 with him.
Yeah.
Fight with him.
Really in practice.
Because I'm a small guy.
Okay.
He's very tall, I pay you, no problem, but you show something to me.
Yeah.
So at that time, we were always fighting with some, the student at the beginning,
Okay.
And then after the you can fighting, 切磋, we call it 切磋, and then they will stay and learn Wing Chun, from me,
Because they knew that you really know the stuff.
Because I'm short guy, small guy, I'm so tall, I can't beat you down, and they're very surprised. Okay. And also I explain the Wing Chun to this. Western people actually you can explain all the Wing Chun from the physics,
Okay.
At the angle, something like that. They like it.
Okay.
The main important thing is that they think Wing Chun is very useful and effective.
Okay.
So if you ask me, I like teaching Western people because they're really hard. They just drive 2 hours to your school. After class, they drive another 2 hours back to home.
Okay.
Wow, it's really crazy.
They're really dedicated.
Yes.
Actually.
Compared with another, Chinese, they can't do it. Drive 2 hours. Total is 4 hours. Maybe it's 5 hours just for one class.
Okay.
Because they are crazy for the Kung Fu and also for the Chinese culture.
Okay.
For the Chinese culture, they respect the Chinese culture.
So, how we talked about how Bruce Lee is really like spreading Wing Chun to the world. And his tool, I would say, we can agree, I think we can agree, is the movie, the film industry. And recently, several years ago actually, we have another like really blockbuster, which is the Yip Man series, which are a series of movies depicting the life of Master Yip Man. What would be your comment on this series, movie series?
Movie is movie.
Oh, okay.
Don't trust the story.
Really?
Don't trust the story. 95% the story is it's untrue.
Oh, okay.
It's untrue. But at least he can bring up the good image for Yip Man, you know. And also let everybody know Wing Chun. Yeah. I can tell you one thing is when the first movie about Yip Man come out, you know. Suddenly, you know, I have around 50 students come to my school, come to my school for learning Wing Chun, you know. But I remember one student of me, they're happy, you know, and talk to me. Oh, so many students come, you know. Wow, full house, you know. Yeah. I told my student, don't be so happy. 1 month, they're all gone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they saw the movie, you know, you know. Yeah. When they come to my school, you know, for the training of the Wing Chun, the food, it's quite different. Yeah. Because I can tell you one thing is that training in Wing Chun in the beginning is very boring. Okay. Very, very boring. You know, no, I can tell you one thing. Even myself, I know when I was young, I feel boring too. You know, facing to the mirror, doing the first form about the Xiu Lim Tao. Okay. Xiu Lim Tao translate is little idea. Okay. That means what? Don't think too much when you come to the school, you know. Yeah. When you come to learn Wing Chun, don't think too much at the beginning. Okay. You have to train the basic foundation, you know. So after 1 month, they're all gone. Because what? Because they found out it's totally different, you know, compared with the Yip Man movie, you know. Yeah. Yeah. What they want is fight. But I can tell you, I can't teach you like that. No. Because you have to start from the beginning, you know. Yeah. The Wing Chun, I just told you before, you know, the foundation is very important. Indeed. Because lots of movement is come from the habit. Okay. And so, you know, you take time to be a habit. Yeah. Otherwise, you know, you just moving everywhere, you know. Yeah. You can't to have a good. You can't have a good technique if your foundation is no good, you know. Okay. This is the funny thing, you know. Yeah. 50, only 1 month for, and then they're all gone, you know.
So, do you think that dedication and hard working is the most important factor in terms of learning Wing Chun and martial arts in general?
Especially if I'm not talking about other martial arts. I'm just talking about the Wing Chun. Wing Chun, I can tell you, you know, because Wing Chun, I just mentioned, we don't have any predefined move, right? That means your foundation must be good. Okay. Just like building a tall building, it depends on what? Depends on the pillar under the ground, how deep. Yeah. So for my school, you know, I'm really care about the foundation. Okay. Foundation, you know, your foundation is good, you know, and I see your standard is up. I will teach you more. Otherwise, continue your practice, you know. Because Wing Chun is we call it no 招式.
There's no like fixed style or
fixed style, you know.
Trick.
It's free. It's all come from the reaction, you know. That's very, very important, and you to have a good foundation. Otherwise, your future of the Wing Chun is finished. Oh, it's finished. You know? Wow. I suggest you better go out for the football or basketball better than wasting the time on here, you know. So if you want to be, good Wing Chun, you know, first of all, you have to have patience. Okay. Because the first form of Xiu Lim Tao is very boring. Okay. Very boring. You're facing into the mirror at least maybe 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you know, doing some slow movement. Slow movement. Slow movement. Okay. Wow. No movement. The horses just stand over there and facing to the mirror. Very slow movement. Maybe 2 weeks. I think maybe you can't stand it, you know. So patient and then stick to it.
Okay.
This is very important if you want to learn Wing Chun. Otherwise, I suggest you
go home.
Give up. Yeah.
So how is your teaching experience in Macau then?
Yes.
I guess there would be quite some young people come to you, right? Young people are still into Kung Fu, some young people. What is your teaching experience in Macau?
Right now, I can tell you quite honestly, you know, I'm so sad because not so many younger people, you know, they learn Wing Chun, you know, because nowadays, because they had got lots of choice, you know, internet, karaoke, and even handphone, you know, they don't choose Wing Chun, you know, to be to be some exercises for him. They don't pick Wing Chun, you know. So it's very difficult for us to carry on this the Wing Chun, you know. It's very difficult for nowadays, you know. Very difficult.
But have you seen anyone in the younger generation who is really, like, you can see the dedication, the hard working there? Is there anyone that you see?
Of course, of course you can find one or two.
Wow.
But I hope they can carry on, you know, because even now I'm still looking for one to have good potential.
Yeah.
The learner. Then I can, you know, teach him more. You know, I hope he can carry the Wing Chun to the another century and to another generation. You know, that's my home. You know, that's my home. You know.
But there's still no such person at this point.
Right now, we can do one or maybe one or two. You know, I hope they can carry on.
Okay.
The important thing is, otherwise maybe next one they quit. You know, I don't know. It's all depend on him.
Yeah.
It's all depend on him, not depend on me, you know. If they stay, we try my best to teach, you know. I hope the Wing Chun will be carried on to the next generation.
Yeah, okay. So what if you really have to promote Wing Chun, what are you going to say are kind of the benefits of learning this style?
I think very simple. First, self-defense.
Okay.
Right? Self-defense, everybody learn the martial art, you know. Even not Wing Chun, I think the self-defense is very important. At least you can protect yourself, okay? And you can have good body, good health, you know. And the other thing is, I mentioned about the traditional martial art.
Yeah.
I think lots of parents send the kid to my school. They hope the kid to learn what? The spirit of respecting the teacher.
Okay.
Brother and sister.
Okay.
That's the traditional Chinese culture.
Yeah.
Respecting.
Yes.
Right now, I think you can't learn from school.
Okay.
Quite honestly, even at home, you can't learn it. But maybe you can learn it from some traditional martial arts school. Maybe you can learn from it.
Okay.
Respecting. The spirit of respecting.
Okay.
That's very important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lots of parents, they send the kid to our school, you know, because of this. Because of this.
Oh, so not because of the style itself.
Yeah.
Because I want him or her to learn some respect.
Yeah. For example, I'll give you a very simple. I have some new student, they come, you know. I never insist my student to call me Sifu. I'm coming, Sifu. I'm going home. I never insist.
Okay.
But then they saw the brother and sister. They would follow.
Okay.
They will follow, you know. I never insist, you know. This is a manner, right? Okay. They learn automatically. This is respecting the teacher.
Yeah.
I think learning the martial art, especially in the traditional martial art, this factor is very, very important.
Yeah. The last question that I would like to ask Sifu is, how do you think Macau can help in, you know, carrying on the legacy of Wing Chun? Is there any policies of the government or anything that maybe you and other Sifu can do to help with this?
First of all, I have to make it clear.
Yeah.
Martial art is divided into two parts.
Okay.
One is the new style of martial art.
Yeah.
New style of martial art means around 50 years history. It's just for perform, you know, going for the competition, you know, beautiful, you know. Another is traditional martial art, just like Wing Chun, Choi Li Fat, and Bak Mei, Hong Quan, and some Tiger, and some Slick or something like that. You know, over 100 of different style of traditional. Martial art. It's two different things. You have to remember. You know, right now, not so many people. You know, they're learning the traditional martial art. You know. For me, I did lots of promotion, advertising on the Facebook, on the WeChat. I did have some 2 billboards, you know, outside. When you go to Thai bar, maybe you can see my billboard over there in the Thai bar. And also I have the billboard in the Red Market, and also I have a big poster in the one outside the one shopping mall, you know, near the Border Gate. The gate, you know, for what? To attract more people to learn Wing Chun. Because right now, if you don't compare with before, you know, before lots of sifu, they was just sitting in the school waiting for the student come. Now, in our story, we have to go out and promote and tell them what is Wing Chun and hope they will come to learn. It's quite a different story, right? And another thing, you just talk, you mean the government, you know, government, yes, the government have lost, you know, for example, you know, in this 4 years, you know, every year the Wushu General Association of Macau and the Macau government, they will organize a show called the Wushu Master Challenge, you know, every year. I think you heard about it, you know. They invite lots of masters from China, master from Macau. I'm proud, you know. I'm proud. I'm the one of the representatives to stand on to perform the Wing Chun Kung Fu. I'm happy to this, you know. But because of the not enough students, lots of transitional martial arts school, you know, they can't afford to pay the rental. You see now the Macau, if you rent a pretty nice 700 square feet, you know, I think at least $6,000 or something like that, you know. How many students you can break even?
Indeed.
Right? So I hope the government can have something like the rental assistance. Of course, you have to have the team to check the qualification of the master first, or government, you know, can have some pay to let the master can teach over there, you know. I think that's very important, you know. Can let the traditional martial art can continue. Otherwise, I forecast in 20 or 30 years later, you know, lots of traditional martial art will disappear.
I hope we are not going to see that day coming. So thank you very much, Sifu, for your time. So that's all for today's talk show. See you next time. Goodbye.